The time is now to end the dog meat trade in Cambodia and in all of Southeast Asia. The suffering needs to end. The slaughtering techniques are extremely cruel. We see drowning. We also see hanging from trees. We also see dogs being strangulated. They'll put a rope around the dog's neck in the cage and then yank it up. And this is really terrible as well because the dogs are struggling and they'll often break most of their teeth trying to get out of this noose. These are done in full view of other dogs as well, waiting to be killed. After the dogs are killed, then you have to prepare the carcass. The dogs are put in almost boiling water to have their fur scraped off. We see motorbikes that are driven by the dog catchers. They have pots and pans on the back of the motorbikes, and they trade unwanted dogs for pots and pans. Many of these animals are potentially infected with rabies. So you're trading and selling potentially rabies-infected dogs that end up on people's plates, and they endanger the people catching the dogs, the people butchering the dogs, and certainly the consumers as well. It's really one of the most dangerous things you can eat. We're seeing more and more of these restaurants pop up and more of these dog slaughterhouses to feed the supply. If you're eating at a restaurant and you're eating, a plate of dog meat, that's between $1 to $2 for a plate. We hear a lot, people will say, I eat it to warm my body. There is some legislation in place in Cambodia to regulate slaughterhouses, and dogs are not considered livestock. So you have all of these slaughterhouses that are essentially operating illegally, but not even the government is aware that these slaughterhouses are operating, and they're certainly not aware of the magnitude.